for very rich people. Most of the people that are in London on the streets have the random money, you know what I mean? So they can afford those clothes. Because high couture is something different. You're not even doing that in London, I guess. You're doing that in Paris, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at me. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. We are creating, and everything must be catalogued. Everything must be branded. Everything must have some sort of preconceived idea of what really is. And I think that happens because we can afford to be complex in this society. We don't have time to that. Instead of having the old file, we need to have a smaller file with only the most sellable aspects of it, so it can be quick, like this, selling to the market, one per one. And by doing this section, we are forgetting of the main thing of the object or the person, you know what I mean? And I think that art doesn't collide with this idea. It can never collide. Because from the moment that we are concerned about making people to think, we are no longer under the system of capitalism. Because art is always a place where you go, you stop, you think, you forget the system, you forget your daily life, to observe something and to think about that. Because this system is not teaching us to think. This system is just helping us to find the money to pay the bills. They're not actually teaching us to stop, to think, to see beyond, you know what I mean? I think what we do need to contradict this system is not ending the system, because we have never found at this point another resource or another way of going against it. This is not a critique, and this is not a way that saying that it's impossible to break with capitalism. But I think one of the main things we must focus right now is trying to teach people to open their eyes, to make them aware of the situation, and to make them understand that it's not about going against the system, it's about reuniting resources in order to, maybe instead of going to the quick shop and buy something that is helping a big corporation, go to an alternative shop and buy something that is helping a small company to grow, you know what I mean? And even if that sounds capitalist, because the small company will eventually become a big company, it's a way of not giving money to the people that already have a lot of money. And in a way, we are balancing the equation. That's what I think. So to go against this idea of fashion, I think, for instance, go to a second-hand shop is giving them the opportunity to understand that you don't need to feel fashionable, or you don't need to feel powerful with the clothes that just got out of the factory and they look very new and very colorful and very futuristic. Because through looking to the past and mixing that past with the present, you can make new things using old things. And it's not about just being vintage, because most of the people, they're not even being vintage in the most ideal archetype of vintage. They're just going to second-hand shops and buying old clothes and combining with new clothes.